Ambassador Jim Nicholson, the former U.S. Ambassador to the Holy See and former Secretary of Veteran Affairs, joins us now. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so we are here at the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast. Wondering if you could sort of give us your overview and your thoughts of this year's breakfast in person.
It's a great testimony of faith and of hope, and the message of the gospel and unity and trying to bring people together of all faiths and all stripes, really, grounded in the truth of the gospel and a wonderful witness, I think, to the Catholic Church, to the evangelism of the Catholic Church, not only to Catholics, but to all people of faith and in the confraternity and importance of prayer. So it was a wonderful, enlightening admonition and with wonderful speakers, I thought.
It really was. How do you lean on prayer in your daily life? You're a great example of an excellent Catholic professional. How do you lean on prayer?
I think I've worn the Blessed Mother out. I've been praying to her for so long, for so many different things, and she's really come through for my family and me and allowed me to have a lot of challenges and to deal with most of them well, both personal and professional. And so I think I have a profound belief and confidence in prayer, and I think if you're a legitimate prayer, you also have to have hope, because if you have faith and you pray, you also have to have hope that your prayers will be answered, or that at least they're not going to waste. And God knows we have a lot of things to pray for here in our country and in our world. And the church, I think, is a rock in that scenario. I'm so grateful to be a Catholic.
Absolutely. We talked about so many things happening right now in the United States and in the world. And over the weekend, we've commemorated the 20th anniversary, a very somber anniversary of 9/11. I know that you had a very special interaction during that time. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I had a unique experience around that. I arrived in Rome in late August of 2001 to become the ambassador of the Holy See. And I had an appointment on 9/13 to present my credentials to the head of state, which is a ceremony every ambassador does to their country to which they're accredited. So on 9/11, we had the intervening events. But we kept the schedule and went out to Castel Gandolfo for a late morning meeting with the Pope. And he was ambulatory, so he came to the door of his study and welcomed me in. And it was just the two of us, and we had these pro forma diplomatic documents, full of platitudes, and we just put those on his desk. And he said, "Let's say a prayer for the victims." He was grieving as much as I was. And so we said a Hail Mary for the victims, and then I was able to give him a brief that the State Department had presented for me to give him, because he's an important world leader, a moral authoritarian, if you will, and he just kept shaking his head, and we established that they came out of Afghanistan and who they were, and then he looked at me and he said, "Ambassador Nicholson," he said, "we have to stop these people who kill in the name of God." Implying that God is not a zero-sum game. But it was a very important statement, because it wasn't a privileged conversation, and so I was able to report that. And he was thus supportive of us going in, because we'd been attacked, 3,000 people killed. And that really helped the United States build a coalition, as President Bush used to say, a coalition of the willing, to go into Afghanistan with us, with the blessing of the Pope, to ferret out these radical terrorist murders, which we then did. A lot of other things happened after that, but that was the the advent of that. And most people don't know that the Pope gave that his blessing.
And a saint as well.
That's right, modern day saint. And we should never forget. And thank you for sharing that with us and for being with us today, Ambassador.
Oh, you bet. Pleasure.